Hello, Degens. Welcome to Degenerate Bets. Excuse me. Welcome to Degenerate Bets. I am the perfect one, AJ. This here is my co-host Noah. As always, thank you so much for watching or listening, however you are. YouTube, Spotify. Please like, share, and subscribe. Help us fight those algorithms. And please follow myself on Twitter at Brofect1, Noah at underscore Engelbretson. And remember, this is Degenerate Bets, where we don't have to bet the whole board, but we damn as well might. And you know what, Noah? Week 2 of NFL? Let's bet the whole fucking board, dude. Let's bet every single game this weekend. I don't know about you. If you're down for that, what do you think? You want to bet the whole damn board?
I wasn't originally thinking I was going to, but I can't pass it up. I have to.
Yeah,
I have to
let's
redeem
go,
myself. I have to redeem myself from a poor week 1 performance. A lot of crazy games went unexpected week 1, and we're going to turn that around week 2.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Noah. I did not have a good week 1 of the NFL. I enjoyed every single game that we got to see. A lot of close games, a lot of competitive games. But betting-wise, wow, Vegas, they bought a new chandelier with my winnings, I swear to God. But you know what, Noah? I was thinking about it. You know what I mean? And last year when we were making our picks and stuff, you and I would enjoy usually a couple more cocktails and stuff. But as we are trying to be a professional show here, we have to kind of, monitor that. So with that being said, Noah, I think we need a little inspiration juice to get going. Do you happen to have some with you? All right.
I do.
Well, hey, to betting the whole damn board, sir.
Cheers.
And with that inspiration juice, Noah, let's dive right in to the Thursday night football game. We have the Giants versus the Washington football team. The Giants are getting +3. Over under at 41. Giants +145 money line, -155 Washington football team. Washington football team obviously down Ryan Fitzmagic after that devastating hip injury. He will be out for, 4 to 8 weeks, right? Or something like that.
I think like around 8 weeks is 6 weeks at the earliest.
So 6 to 8 week window we're looking at. Heineke is under center to start. Noah, this is two football teams. I was very high on the football team before Fitzmagic got injured and everything. But now here we are. We have Heineke starting. I'm still not abandoning the football team. I'm still kind of liking the football team. And after the shit show that was the New York Giants last week, it's hard for me to stay away from them and getting at the -3. Noah, what are your thoughts on this game? And which side are you leaning towards? Because Danny Dimes didn't throw a single dime last game.
I don't know where you got the nickname Danny Dimes.
Right?
His nickname should be Danny Turnovers. Because that's all he fucking does. What does he have? 41 turnovers through his first 27 NFL starts or something like that. It's terrible. He's good for at least 1, if not 2 or 3 in every game. Washington's got a very solid defense. Danny Dimes will be turning. I like him for I'm going to go 2 fumbles and 1 pick from Danny Dimes in this game. So
aggressive.
First bet, before I even say what teams I'm betting on, take Daniel Jones, take his over on interceptions. It'll either be a half with, big minus odds, or it'll be 1.5 and good odds. Take it either way. I don't care. He's throwing picks. He's turning the ball over. Take turnovers if you can. Take fumbles. This dude stinks. He fucking stinks. And I think I think the people who were on his side are starting to realize that. The buzz I've seen on social media after week 1 of this year, people are like, everybody's given up on him. Like, even the people who were like, no, he just needs better pieces around. He needs a better offensive line. He needs better weapons, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? That receiver room in New York is fucking stacked now. And their offensive line still not great. Yeah. But he sucks. He sucks. There's nothing else I can say about him other than he sucks. I don't like the Giants to score a lot of points. Washington's offense, they'll probably be methodical, take care of the ball, not score a ton. They might benefit from some good field position from those Danny Dimes turnovers. Um, I love Washington minus three and a half in this one. And guess what? I also love the under with
Ooh.
even even despite it being a 42-point over under, I love the under even with the low points.
The under and the -3, dude. I honestly can't blame you with the under. However, I am on the boat that life is too short to bet the unders. In this case, I just don't want to bet it, though. I mean, I'll take unders all day, any day. But I am sticking with football team at -3 for Thursday night football, looking for Heineke to have a career game and I think really show up, show out. And poor Fitzmagic might be in the same spot that he always is. You know, he comes in and then some young guy steps in or some guy steps in and he's out. Speedy recovery to Fitzmagic. I hope he still has this job when he comes back. Someone that we thought might be quitting his job after week one to maybe go proceed college again with the USC job opening. We got the Jaguars and the Broncos. Broncos at Jaguars, excuse me. Broncos getting 6 points. Over under at 45. Broncos are -275 money line. Jaguars plus 220. Urban Meyer earlier this week was asked about going to USC, and he said he was committed to building this organization and everything. But if you watched his body language, and even if you've been around people and you know how to read them, you can tell he was very uncomfortable with the question, and he wants to be over at USC with that program and not the shit fire that is happening at Jacksonville. I think he's realizing that rebuilding this team is going to be a lot more work than it is at a college program just because of your limitations that college doesn't have. With that being said, how bad Jacksonville is, Teddy Two Gloves and the Broncos, bro, all day, every fucking day. Give me the 6 points, and we'll call it good.
Yeah, I mean, this Denver team beat up on the Giants. And as shitty as the Giants are, Jacksonville's worse. So um, I love the Broncos. My I'm in a couple of survivor pools. I know we were talking about that a little bit off air.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Vikings in one of them gave me a very, very quick exit, unforeseeable to me. However, the three that I am alive in, I picked the Broncos in two of them because I love the Broncos this week. I think if you're looking at strictly money line, I think the Broncos are one of the three biggest locks of the week. The three or four biggest locks of the week. I think they'll have no problem covering 6 based on the body of work from last week. Jacksonville's offensive line looks absolutely horrendous. Their defense looks horrendous.
So bad.
Yeah, if you're playing daily fantasy sports, I'm sure Teddy Bridgewater will be a cheap option, salary wise, who will probably produce a good amount of points in this game. I think Teddy could go for 300 yards and 3 tutties against Jacksonville's defense. I mean, Tyrod Taylor absolutely tore him up last week. So,
yeah, ripped him a new one, more like it. Yeah, I really like Teddy Two Gloves for DFS this week. Definitely a value pick if you want to spend more money on a running back or a wide receiver. But yeah, this just seems open and closed. This Jaguars team is in a rebuilding stage. We knew this was going to be ugly early, and they're just kind of following the path that we predicted and a lot of other people predicted earlier. Urban Meyer just needs to be patient. Young team, new team. He needs a couple more draft classes, a couple more free agencies and everything, I think, to really hone in and get this Jaguars team to where it could be in the next couple of years.
well, and the other thing is Urban Meyer and Trevor Lawrence both need to adjust to the NFL. I believe Urban Meyer. I believe Urban Meyer is calling the plays. He called a very not very efficient NFL offense play calling wise. It was a lot of just straight dropbacks. Obviously they couldn't really get the running game going too much. But they weren't using any play action.
Yeah.
It was just straight like five step dropbacks for Lawrence, and then the second half of that, Trevor Lawrence making some poor decisions, throwing the ball, not reading the defenses very very well. I think that'll get better as the season progresses, but this is week 2. Nothing's going to change magically overnight.
No.
I think Denver runs away with this one. I don't see it any other way.
Yeah, definitely. Denver -6. I think that's pretty much a lock on both our ends. Now this game, I'm not gonna lie, kind of scares me a little bit. Has to do with one of my favorite quarterbacks, Baker Mayfield, and the Brownies, playing at home against the Texans. The Texans are getting 12.5 points. Noah, this is not the Texans team I think that we thought we were going to see this year without Deshaun Watson. This Texans team, after week 1, didn't look as shitty as I thought they were going to look. They looked bad, but they didn't look that bad. And with that being said, and how the Browns kind of self-imploded towards the end of the game last year, but dude, I can't bet against Baker. I don't. What do you think, Noah? What do you think about this game?
I still don't think the Texans are going to win a lot of games. I think their week 1 win over Jacksonville, I think that's the easiest game they will have this year. And they looked good in it, but they're playing Jacksonville's defense. They had Trevor Lawrence in his first ever start. They had, they were going up against that O-line, which, fucking high school team could get pressure on the quarterback against that O-line.
Could Bishop Sycamore?
I wouldn't go that far. I think a bunch of high school teams could probably beat up on Bishop Sycamore. Well, clearly IMG did.
Yeah.
But this line's just too big for me to pass up. So I gotta go Texans to cover 12.5.
Ooh.
Like it's the NFL.
Yeah.
I gotta take the Texans to cover 12.5. Like I said, the Browns are like one of my 3 locks if you're playing a survivor pool of the week. This week, I love the Browns. I don't see them in any way losing this game. But I do think Tyrod Taylor is playing with a chip on his shoulder with something to prove. He's got one good receiving threat in Brandon Cooks. And I don't know that Cleveland's defense is like super great. I absolutely love the over in this game more than anything, but I also like Houston to cover 12.5.
12 is a lot of points in the NFL. That is a lot. And with that being said, I do like the over as well at 47.5, and I think that's going to be my pick for this game. I'm going to take the 47.5, and I'm going to let these teams just kind of go at it, and we'll see how good the Browns really are here. If they struggle against this Texan team, it's going to be a rough sailings for the Brownies, but after their performance last week against the Chiefs, I'm hoping it's just classic Mahomes and everything coming back last minute, Chiefs hating to cover and everything. That magic, and this Browns team is still here to play. OBJ is still questionable, I believe. I haven't heard if he's in or out, but this offense works just as good without OBJ as it does. I mean, it might work better without OBJ. Huh?
Yes, I was just going to say they are worse with OBJ because of how selfish he is and how much of a diva he is, and the target share that he requires.
Yeah.
Like OBJ had an excellent rookie year and a good second year in New York, and he has done nothing since. He's done nothing impressive other than one-handed catches. Like his actual skills as a receiver, aside from these circus catches that he seems to have a couple of every season, he's like a slightly above average receiver making crazy money for like being slightly above average. I've been saying since last year, Jarvis Landry is the best receiver on that team.
Yeah.
And he still is. Nothing's changed. It's not OBJ, but OBJ is going to demand his 10 to 12 targets a game. And then when Baker's trying to force the ball to OBJ, it's just bad. Their offense is less efficient. So it's weird that, he's a good player that takes away from the team is how I see OBJ. because he's so
No,
selfish.
absolutely. Yeah, very
And
selfish player, and
the
that
only
will affect
position
the
you can be
Browns in the long run. Sorry, go ahead.
the only position you can be selfish and not detriment your team is quarterback.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And that's an issue the Browns have had, and they're going to continue to have because that contract is just too big, and he isn't putting up the numbers to get traded or anything like that. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sure the Jets would get suckered into that contract faster than you can say go, or maybe even the Bears. But yeah, I
No,
don't see them moving
the
off
Jets
of
are
him
on
anytime
the
soon.
Jets are on the right track. They're not going to make dumb moves like that.
Let's hope. Let's hope. Um, two teams actually that. Sorry, go ahead.
What?
Oh, I thought you had
Let's move
something. My
on.
bad. Um, two teams that are not making dumb decisions as of late. You got the Bills at Dolphins. Bills minus 3.5. You got the money line. Bills minus 190. Dolphins plus 160. Over under at 47.5. This Bills team is dominant. This team is going to go far. They're going to make it to the playoffs. With that being said, though, this Dolphins team, I mean, Tua time might be back, bro. I'm starting to warm up to this Fins team, bro. I'm really starting to think that this might be a little bit more than we're seeing. Brian Flores seems to have a grip on what's going down there. They seem to be trending in the right direction going in forward into the season. But 3.5. Give me the Bills. They're going to win by at least a touchdown. I'm good with the Bills at 3.5.
Yeah, Tua's not good.
No.
I just, I just, I have to say that again. And Tua's just not good. He has
Wait, what?
nothing to
Oh,
do
you
with
said
this.
Tua? I thought you said the total.
Yeah,
And I was like, yeah, I hate 47.5. But no, Tua?
no. Tua's not good. He he's a meaningless piece that is not helping or hurting the organization. Like he's just there. He's a placeholder. Um, the reason the Dolphins are good in their success has everything to do with Brian Flores and the defense that they have built. And that's how they're going to win games. And they're going to be a first or second round exit in the playoffs. They're going to win enough games to make the playoffs this year. But Tua is not capable of winning a game for them. Their defense is going to win them every game. And I don't think they're going to win this one because I think, well, I should say Josh Allen's reckless play last week makes me a bit nervous because he was really, really good last year. But the second half of last week's game, granted it's against the Steelers, one of the best defenses in the NFL, but he seemed to revert back to his like rookie and second year careless with the ball, making dumb decisions type of Josh Allen. And that might just be week one. Like I said, I, I hate judging things based on week one, so I'm not going to make an overreaction about that. I'm gonna go under the assumption that he returns to what he was doing last year. Miami's defense, as good as it is, not quite as good as the Steelers' defense. That Bills' defense is very good. I think this one will be a little bit of a dogfight, but I do like the Bills by about a touchdown, so I do like them by the spread.
You got it.
And
You got to love the Bills.
and I like the under. I like the under in this one.
Ooh, the under at 47.5. Not bad. I'm going to stay away from the under. I don't like that number whatsoever. If it was at 48 or 49, I might touch it. That half right there, that kills me a little bit. But
Oh no, I love it because I could totally see this game being like 24-10 or 24-13, something like that.
shit.
I wouldn't be
Well, we'll
surprised.
see.
I wouldn't be I wouldn't be surprised if it stays under 40 points. I mean, I wouldn't bet on it, but I think it stays under 40. So I'll take under 47.5 easy.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Um, this game, I kind of like the over because I think this is going to be a complete shootout. Left, right, and center. We got the Rams visiting the Colts. Rams minus 3.5 favorite. Over under at 48.5 money line. You got the Rams minus 195. The Colts plus 165. Now, even though the Colts lost last week, I want to say this. Carson Wentz didn't look terrible. All right? The Colts team didn't look terrible. They just lost a game, which happens in the NFL. The Packers lost a game last week miserably, and we're not worried about them whatsoever. I'm not worried about this Colts team. With that being said, this Rams team is, I think, one of the most explosive offenses in the league. Matt Stafford.
Oh, how that has changed from 2 weeks ago.
Yes, Noah. Yes, I have joined the Matt Stafford bandwagon to LA. Okay, it is one of the better moves in NFL history for a player. It's amazing what change of scenery can do. So yeah, I'm taking the Rams minus 3.5. I'm betting on a lot of favorites this week, and I hate it, but it's hard not to. You know what? No, I'm gonna go with my gut. When I woke up this morning and I looked at this line, I like Colts money line. I'm taking Colts money line. I'm not gonna second guess myself. I'm gonna fade myself, thinking Matt Stafford is that good. Give me Colts money line. I woke up this morning and thought it, so I'm gonna take it. Colts money line all day.
Rams by double digits. That's all I gotta say.
No way, dude. No way. There's just no way, dude. That Colts defense, you have said yourself, is excellent, and they are excellent.
Yeah, but the Rams defense is even better, and Carson Wentz is going to have more than a fucking second and a half. And Carson Wentz is terrible under pressure. Carson Wentz is just terrible in general, but he's even worse under pressure. Seattle's defense is mediocre, and they had troubles putting up points. And granted, that was only 1 week, but this Rams defense is even better. I think the Colts are going to struggle to put up more than 13, 14 points in this game, which is why I love the Rams to cover the spread, because even if that Colts defense is tough on them, I don't think there's a single game this season that that Stafford-led offense isn't capable of putting up at least 21, 24 points. I say capable because I wouldn't be surprised if there's one game where they flop and have a bad game. Everybody has off games, but I don't think this is it. I think the Rams win by double digits in this one.
Yeah, I obviously disagree with you since I took Colts money line, so we're just gonna leave that one there. Because
you seem pretty conflicted about it. You seem pretty conflicted though.
I was for a second, and then I'm talking about Matt Stafford again. You're talking about me. I am on his bandwagon. This is a good move long term for LA and everything. However, the Colts have been 4-0 against the spread week 1 after a loss. I'm just saying, and that's from the boys that hammered down from the Pat McAfee office. That's a good stat. I can look it up. I did look it up, and I confirmed it. And that Colts defense is still so good, dude. So good. So, yeah, give me the points. Give me the money line, and we'll call it good on that game. This next game, This is one I've been flipping and flopping on. We got the 49ers at the Eagles. 49ers minus 3, Eagles plus 3, over under at 50.5. Money line, you got Niners at minus 160, Eagles plus 140. I don't know, man. I think this San Francisco team, don't get me wrong, they're excellent, but we really don't know a lot about this Eagles team. This Eagles team seems like it's something that can blow up and consistently continue to win the games and everything. I'm stuck, dude. I am stuck on this one, especially because we really don't know what's going on with the quarterback competition in the San Francisco's camp, because that's what it is still at this point, is a competition. They haven't really named a starter for this team. Jimmy G started week 1, but, we saw Trey Lance in there and shit, so give me a minute before I make this pick. Noah, what are your thoughts on this?
You said it's only a 3-point spread?
I have it at 3 points right now. It opened up at 4.
Give me San Francisco easy, man. Fucking Philly sucks. Do not be fooled by them routing Atlanta, because Atlanta also fucking sucks.
Atlanta sucks.
San Francisco does not suck. They may not be great, but I do think they'll be around a 500 team. They'll steal a game or two in the NFC West. San Francisco is not a laughing stock team. Philly and Atlanta both suck. Atlanta just sucked more than Philly, and Philly routed them. If they played 10 times, I bet Atlanta wins 3 or 4 of those, maybe even 5, maybe even 6. I don't even know. But I will tell you, if they played 10 times, the next 9 games would all be closer than that one. So
Yeah.
Philly sucks. Do not be fooled by week 1. Philly is not good. San Francisco should win this game.
All right, you convinced me. No, I'm going Niners then -3 because, yeah, I guess you're right. I was kind of blinded by the smokescreen that is the Atlanta Falcons and their elite quarterback Matt Ryan. Yeah, apparently they just suck a lot. Can we stop calling Matt Ryan an elite quarterback, by the way, or do we still have to call him one because he won a Super Bowl?
He didn't win a Super Bowl. He actually blew a 28-3 lead in a Super Bowl. Well, he did.
Shit,
Their defense
against the
did.
Patriots. That's right. How could I forget that?
No, we can't stop calling Matt Ryan elite until we stop calling Joe Flacco elite, which will never happen because Joe Flacco is elite.
Elite. As elite as it gets, as he's backing up who now, where?
Is he even in the league anymore?
Oh, isn't he? I want to say he's in.
Oh, he's on the
Denver,
Eagles. He's on the Eagles. No, he's the Eagles backup.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Jalen Hurts. So Super Bowl MVP, elite quarterback Joe Flacco is the backup to a second-year Jalen Hurts on a very shitty team.
Oh, the elite. You gotta love to see it. So yeah, we're both on the 49ers -3. You love to see it. I'm interested to hear your thoughts on this game, Noah, because I'm torn on this one between what I saw week 1 and what I know about this team and these two teams. I'm talking about the Bengals and the Bears. This game opened at 4 points in favor of the Bears. Bears are still the favorite by 2.5 points. Over under at 46. Money line, you got the Bengals plus 125. Bears minus 145. After seeing Joe Burrow play last week, I mean, Joe Burrow hasn't lost a step even after that brutal injury he suffered last year. He still looks like a damn good quarterback. Simple as that. And the Bears didn't show me shit. They didn't show me shit Sunday night, bro. They didn't show me anything. They didn't show me any life. They didn't show me any love. They didn't show me anything. You know what they showed me? They showed me the future. They showed me the future on a touchdown drive, and then we threw a pick into the end zone. So we love to see that. Bears are the Bears.
Well, they didn't show you the future. They said, here's a cookie, and they let you lick it, but then they took it away from you.
They did.
So you could taste it. You were able to lick the cookie. You got a little taste, but you weren't able to eat any of the cookie.
Which is fine. We have seen other teams do this with rookie quarterbacks, have packages for them and stuff. But that's
not even taste. They let you smell the cookie. They didn't even let you taste it. They let you smell the cookie.
Oh, yeah, we smell it. He gains 5 yards, and then they take the cookie right away from us, and they give us fucking, I don't know, just straight mayo out of the jar, and they make us eat it out on that pick.
I wouldn't say mayo. Bread, like plain toast with no toppings. Fine. They're like, don't these cookies smell really good? And then they're like, here's a piece of toast. No jam, no butter, no nothing. Just eat your toast.
And honestly, yeah, that's what it is. And that's why I'm having a hard time picking this game, because against this Bengals team, I will say their defense looked a hell of a lot better than I thought they were going to look this year. That defense looks like it can hold a team to points. And with that being said, I don't know if the Bears are a team that can score points, because I didn't see any fucking points scored against the Rams. And they're an elite team, granted. But it's still making me nervous as a Bears fan and a Bears bettor to put faith in them at -2.5. 3.5, we might have a conversation. But that's why I'm going Bengals plus 2.5. I'm putting my faith in Burrow and this team to keep it very close this game. That's where I'm sitting on this. What are your thoughts, Noah?
I like the Bears.
What the fuck?
I I like the Bears in this one. I'll tell you why. The Vikings looked like absolute dog shit, and that game went to overtime. I don't think Cleveland's a good team. I think the Vikings have a lot of problems. I don't think their defense has improved. Really, that was the big